September 15th. Hello, my name is Tier Welling, and I'm going to talk to you today about my Erdology, the science of Erdology. Now, I've noticed in the 30 plus years that I have been creating this, that packaging is more important than the information itself. So I have decided to create multitudes of different types of packaging in order to be able to fit all the different, as many of the different niches as I can, because humans should be allowed to know this information, should be allowed to know the information of their life, but they need it in their own specific packaging. And what I've learned is that some packaging is a little bit more stringent than others. So one of the things that I've learned is that multimedia packaging is one of the making videos and such, and explanation videos is one of the most important types of packaging. Of course, I'm going to take these videos and recreate them. Well, not the information, but the packaging of it for YouTube, where I will add graphics and other generalized information on these things. So the Instagram will give you a taste. The YouTube will give you meat. Erdology is based off of the Elder and Younger Futhark. The Elder Futhark, of course, is the same language that the Vikings used. They used it; they did not invent it. And the whole Viking thing is a huge, monstrous deal that I can get into over time. But the Elder Futhark comes from Northern Europe, and it is, when it was created, there was no Arabic number system. So the number 320 did not exist yet. But in the Futhark sequence, the characters of P and W did exist. At least in that's English, which is based off of Latin. The P and W are, in a way, the characters came from, in a roundabout way, the Latin characters came from the Elder Futhark, because there's a one-to-one equivalency of their sounds, but the characters are just a little bit different in the Elder Futhark. The characters of P and W it's 320 days from October 31st, from the last October 31st, today being September 15th. At least that's the recording that I'm making today is September 15th. I'm actually making this video 2020, September 11th at 15:42 p.m. The characters of P and W are associated with the number 320. The number 268, as in there's been 268 days from December 22nd, well, approximately. There's a statistical analysis. There's a couple of statistical analyses going on here, but December the 22nd, being midwinter, 268 days from that is the character associated with the characters of J and A. There's been 226 days from February 2nd, and the characters 226 translates to the characters of N and N. There's been 176 days from March 22nd, Easter, Easter in Jesus and Passover, and this is also the birthday of a major Egyptian deity. The characters 176 translate to the characters of W and N. We have the number 138, which translates to the letters of K and B, and that has been it's been 138 days from May 1st, approximately. May 1st that's when the solstice. These dates are approximately when the solstices and equinoxes happen, which are exactly fixed points in the Earth's orbit around the Sun. Those exact fixed points have a statistical analysis with them because they don't happen exactly the same time every single solitary year, but they happen within a bracket of a few days. They don't fall outside of this bracket of a few days. So you have a bracket. The bracket is fixed. When it happens within that bracket, that is a huge question. So it's been 138 days from May 1st, K and B. There's been 87 days from midsummer, June 22nd, otherwise known as Letho, the characters of A and AL. It has been 45 days from August 2nd, and the characters of U and L. It has been 361 days from the last approximate time of September 22nd, and 361 translates to the characters of S and F. Now, this science is both interesting and it's both extremely simple and intensely complicated at the same time, depending on what you do. But language, once you get the hang of the language, it's really, really simple. But until you get the hang of the language, it seems more complicated than Chinese, well, Mandarin. But in truth, it's fairly simple. It's also, but the Erdology is a science of the language, and the language itself is a language that is, the language itself has a functionality of being both a map of time as well as being the language of time. And that language is what we're here to decode for you, because your numbers, your counts, how old you are translates to a letter. How long you've lived at your current location those numbers translate to letters. Every single solitary thing in your life translates to that has a count, that has numbers to it, translates to letters. You add all those letters together, and you have words. What do those words say? That is